Hey guys, welcome to Tactor's tutorial. Today we are going to talk about how to create carousel in Figma. It is a step-by-step guide to follow easily, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. So let's dive right in. Now to create, for those of you who are not familiar with Figma, this is actually a versatile and user-friendly design and prototyping tool widely used in the fields of web and app designing. So it's actually known for its collaborative capabilities and ease of use. With Figma, designers can create and share interactive prototypes, design interfaces, and collaborate with team members in real time. So these can be particularly useful for showcasing products, web designs, or app interfaces in a dynamic and engaging manner, making it an effective tool for presenting your design concept and ideas. And to start designing with Figma, you'll just need to get redirected onto this page. So for you to head onto this page, you'll just need to click onto the link onto the description box below, and you'll get redirected in here so that you could go ahead and create a new account. Creating an account in Figma is also simple. You'll have the option to continue with Google or type in your email, password, and then you could click onto this box in here to agree to join Figma's mailing list. So once that is already set, just click onto create account, and by clicking create account or continue with Google, you should know that you need to agree to the Figma TOS and privacy policy. You could also use a single sign-on for that, and if you have an account already, just simply click onto login. Click onto the account that I want to use so that you'll get redirected onto the dashboard. Now this is what Figma's dashboard looks like. You'll just need to head onto the upper part, click onto the design file or FigJam board, and also you can import files from other devices. Now to create a carousel onto Figma, I have a red template that I have seen onto web. So we're gonna go ahead and try to use this template in here to guide us onto creating carousels onto Figma. So we'll show you different techniques to create any kind of it. So carousels are a great way to showcase multiple items or images in a user-friendly manner, and we will guide you through each step to create a basic carousel, on-drag carousel, on-click, and an automatic one. This Figma file that we're going to use is actually our guide onto creating them. Since this is just for view only, we're going to go ahead and create a duplicate item for this. So we're going to go ahead and click onto here and just going to go ahead and duplicate this to your draft so that we can make use onto this template. But you don't have to worry if you don't want to use this template. You could just follow along and create your own design so that you could create your own carousel onto Figma. Now, since I've gone ahead and added that to my drafts, just click onto drafts in here, and you can see the copy already of the carousels in Figma. So we're gonna go ahead and click onto that so that it will redirect us onto the editing page. Now let's try to zoom this one in first. So we'll start with the first step in here, which is creating the base. So let's just try to have this one zoom out so that we can view the details, and here onto the upper part. This is the first thing or the first step that you'll need to do onto creating a base. This will start onto creating your carousel item. So for example, we have these carousel items in here, and then what you'll need to do is you'll just need to duplicate it a couple of times, or you could add in a different photos for this. And then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it onto a carousel or auto layout. We're just gonna go ahead and select all of them, and then head onto the add auto layout in here like that so that the auto layout would be added, and then you're gonna go ahead and place it onto a container like this. So as you can see, we've gone ahead and already placed it into a container so that it would look like a carousel. We did not include the last one so that we could just scroll this one out. Now down to our next step, which is basic carousel. So let's try to create the thing that we did earlier to a basic carousel. So for the instructions for that, the first thing that we'll need to do is fix constraints and padding on a carousel. So we're gonna go ahead and the overflow here to horizontal. So you could add your low starting points, and your basic carousel is already ready for that. So you have actually different options like no scrolling, vertical, both direction. Just simply click onto horizontal in here. Now right after, the next carousel that we'll try to do in here is this one, the on drag carousel. So for you to be able to do that, the instructions are to remove any overflow settings, duplicate the frame for each slide into your carousel, add drag interaction from carousel to the next frame, and don't forget to do it back and forth. So let's start in here. So as you can see, you'll just need to adjust the carousel auto layout by removing any padding and centering it. So as you can see, the first image would be at the center. And if you try to click onto this, let's head onto the design. We're gonna go ahead and try to adjust the different horizontal gaps and paddings here. Now, once it's done, you could also modify the opacity settings for each carousel, like 25 for this, and for non-active items, and 100% for the active items like this. So you could also duplicate the state for each slide in your carousel like this, until you've gone ahead and already featured all of the items. So you're gonna go ahead and right after create an interaction here onto the prototype tab, drag and link an interaction. So you're gonna go ahead and click onto this plus icon, and then you're just gonna choose on drag in here, and then right after you're gonna go ahead and try to navigate to, let's choose a desktop in here. So you're just gonna choose which one of the desktop that you're gonna move. So make sure that you have done it each of it so that it would look like it is moving like a carousel. So it will smoothly transition with elevation and as opacity changes. Now, right after, for the next step is to create an on-click carousel. So this is where users navigate by clicking buttons. And what you'll need to do in here is just remove any overflow settings, a duplicate frame for each slide in your carousel, and add on-click interaction from both to the next frame. So don't forget to do it back and forth. So as you can see, just like what we did earlier, you'll just have to do it, but with a button. So this is where you'll add in the prototype, not onto each of this. So as you can see, we can see the flow onto how it's done. So you'll just have to click onto the buttons that you have added, and then you could go ahead and try to add in a scroll behavior. So you could just adjust also the opacity of the buttons as needed. So just like the one that we did earlier, 100% for the active, 25% for the inactive. Set up the interactions in here by linking buttons to specific carousel states. So you could use on-click transition to navigate between slides. And finally, for the last carousel we have here is the automatic. Now, as you can see in here, for you to be able to do this, you'll just remove any overflow settings, duplicate frame for each slide in your carousel, add after delay interaction to the parent frame, remove back and forth routes, and instead route back from the last frame. So as you can see, we have this one in here already. So you need to target the top frame or container of your carousel. Now you could add in some interactions as well like this after delay, and you could set the delay time to transition automatically. So you'll just need to link the transitions between slides. As you can see, there are after delays in here, and ensure that the last slide links back to the first slide to create a looping effect. So as you can see, it is linked here onto the first one. And that is basically it on how to create various types of carousel onto Figma, including basic, on drag, on click, and automatic carousels. So as you can see, the thing that really help us onto creating carousels are the prototypes that you have in here. So just make sure to make use of it, since there are a lot of prototypes that are available in here, or interactions. So as you can see, we have some on click, on drag while hovering, while pressing, NK game, and there are a lot more. So for you to be able to do a quick preview on what it looks like, you're just gonna go ahead and click onto the present button here onto the upper part, and then go ahead and click onto preview so that you could view how your page would look like. So these techniques will really help you design engaging and interactive user interfaces. So feel free to explore more advanced animation and interactions in Figma to take your design skills to the next level. Now, as you can see, this is how it looks like for our basic carousel. And for our automatic carousel, we're just gonna go ahead and try to hover it like that and head back. This is for the on drag, so you could drag it like that. And just feel free to explore more advanced animation and interaction in Figma to take your design skills to the next level. And if you think this was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to comment it down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on to our next video.